We bring you the latest updates and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. is seeing closer ties with Mongolia and Mauritania as he welcomes the two ambassadors in Malacanang Palace. Mongolian ambassador to the Philippines, Bayar Sosorbaram, said the country is recognizing the Philippines as a very important nation in Southeast Asia. He said Mongolia wants to improve people-to-people ties with the Philippines, noting that more Mongolian students are enrolling in the various universities in the country. Sosorbaram also extended the invitation of Mongolian President Uknagin Kurelsuk for Marcos' state visit there. Marcos also welcomed Mauritania Ambassador B.A. Samba Mamadou as he looks forward to having more business opportunities with them. The envoy said his country also geared towards diversifying partnerships with the country and to meet some Filipino businessmen. He said Mauritius is rich in minerals like coal, copper, plutonium, and has discovered huge gas deposits both offshore and inland. The country also has a strong fisheries sector. Meanwhile, President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. aims to develop a new breed of artists in 6 years through scholarships and infrastructure. Presidential Advisor for Creative Communication and filmmaker Paul Soriano thanked the president for this initiative, saying the measure is a big help, especially for those who are just starting their careers. As a newly appointed advisor, Soriano said he intends to implement interagency executions, particularly with the National Commission for Culture and the Arts and the Film Development Council of the Philippines. He is also coordinating with select government agencies, such as the Departments of Tourism, Migrant Workers, and the Interior and Local Government, to work out ways to creatively communicate the projects and programs of the Marcos administration. He said he is currently learning his way around the bureaucracy but will aggressively start executing his plans by January next year. He also wants to address their critics and to work with them to make the creative industry even greater. Soriano took his oath of office on October 17. In other news, expect pork prices to stay affordable this Christmas. The Department of Agriculture, or DA, gave this assurance as supplies of pork remain stable. DA Deputy Spokesperson Rex Estopera said they are not expecting significant price adjustments and any increase will only be minimal. Estopera noted that the market has enough supply of frozen and fresh meat. However, although the farm gate price of pork is low, it becomes expensive due to transport costs and other incidental expenses. Meanwhile, the prices of frozen pork in Metro Manila remain lower than those of newly slaughtered ones. The lowest prices of pork meat in the National Capital Region are at Marikina Market, Commonwealth Market, and Mega Q Mart in Quezon City. Estopera also noted that Filipinos prefer buying fresh or newly slaughtered meat. All the 42 airports operated by the Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines are now on high alert as thousands travel for the upcoming holiday season. CAAP spokesperson Eric Apolonio said they have tapped the Office of Transportation Security and the Philippine National Police Aviation Security Group to provide additional personnel and to tighten security. CAAP meanwhile advised travelers not to bring prohibited items and to stow all belongings in their carry-on baggage for faster processing at the screening checkpoints. Passengers are told to take note of prohibited items such as guns, sharp-pointed objects, chemicals, and other toxic substances. Last year, over 5.1 million passengers traveled to CAAP airports, 1 million of which traveled in December. In 2019, before the pandemic, travelers at CAAP airports during December reached over 2.5 million out of 29 million in total. And that is the latest and the biggest stories from the Pna Newsroom. For more news content, visit our webpage or head onto the Philippine News Agency's Facebook and Twitter accounts. We are also shown on the social media pages of the Office of the Press Secretary and on Radio Pilipinas RP1. Stay tuned for more news updates. I am William Theo. We tell stories that inspire change.